Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's video, I'd like to take a look at our MTP RT add-ons for NinjaTrader 7. And in particular, I'd like to go over the US E-minis, the 4 US E-minis for yesterday, which was Monday the 25th of June. This is a chart of the YM, the down mini. So let's start by looking at the longer or large degree time frame, in this case the 15-minute. And here you can see how we had a TS3 sell basically just before the market closed on Friday afternoon. So it was no surprise at all that the markets actually declined yesterday and actually came down to these levels. And in fact, actually, if I put the analysis on from this TS3 sell setup, you can see you would have been taken into a new short trade on Friday afternoon, and then the market actually gapped down and actually traded down a bit, but actually made its lows yesterday pretty much at our target level for our minimum wave CWPT. Would have been a nice trade if you had have taken that one. But the point being is, on the 15-minute chart, it was actually no surprise at all that the markets came down on Monday, and what was good is that we had a level around this area here of where the market was going to make a low, and as you can see, that's exactly what happened. For standard traders among you, if I go to the 3-minute chart, you can see that we had a couple of DP buys here. These were against a red STF. As I said in my trading webinar yesterday, it would have been a very difficult trade to take even for advanced traders because of the very sharp gap down yesterday. But anyway, for standard traders, you would not have even been considering these because they were against a red STF. STF was red through much of the day, so you would have been looking for short trades, and here's a TS3 sell setup here. So if I hover the mouse over the red sell bar, right mouse click and do analysis, you can see this would be our trade setup where we would have been looking to sell 8 contracts. This keeps our initial risk small and under control, 2% of a sample $20,000 account. So you're risking $400. Our first target is projected down here. STF is what we call weak because it's less than our strength band. Therefore, you'd be looking to come out at the target, which as you can see was right at the low of the day. So that's a great place to look to bank your profits, pretty much on the low of the day, to then bank a profit of a nice 2.5R or approximately $1,000, which is approximately 2.5 times the initial risk of $400. So a nice little standard trade for the standard MTPredictor users among you. If we look at some of the other markets, the ES was very quiet. As you can see, the ES had very little trade setups, in fact nothing at all there. Very, very quiet indeed. If we now look at the NQ, the NQ did have a buy setup here, but again this is against a red STF, so you would not have been considering that. For advanced traders among you, we do have other tools in the software. For example, our decision point tool that does allow you to project in advance areas of support and resistance. So for example here, if I scroll back to halfway through the day, you can see we have a pivot low here. If I put the decision point on from that level, you can see it's on our chart in advance. If I scroll forward, you can see how, if I just extend that out using the rectangle tool in NinjaTrader, you can see how this decision point zone caught the decline on the NQ there rather nicely. The market then rallied up. If I go to the last major pivot, put our decision point on again, can you see how this actually caught the high beautifully before the NQ then declined into the close. So the decision point tool is a good tool for the more experienced traders among you to be able to do some more advanced analysis of support and resistance, and you can use this to combine in with your own trading. But otherwise, for the standard traders among you, if I just look at the TF, very quiet day yesterday, red STF going out through there. But otherwise a quiet day. So red STF, you would not have really been doing any buy setups unless you're a more advanced trader. So the only real trade for the standard traders among you would have been this TS3 sell here on the NQ, but otherwise it would have been a quiet day, and it's what I was talking about in yesterday's trading webinar, in that due to the cyclical nature of trading, we're actually in a quiet period for profits and losses at the moment, which is no surprise at all, because a couple of weeks ago we had a 2-week run of very good trades for MTPredictor. So the cycle's just coming around and we're having a bit of a quiet time. We're just getting ready for hopefully some good profits later on in this week. So anyway, there's a quick roundup using the MTP RT add-ons for NinjaTrader, where the only real trade for standard traders yesterday was a nice 2.5R profit on the 3-minute YM, which was a nice little trade there, particularly as you were taking profits right at the low of the day. Just for a PS for advanced traders here, for those of you who like the VSA setup, which is our high volume VSA spike, you'll see that this bar here is our VSA setup bar, which is red here. So if I put the decision point on here, you can see, if I could just extend that out, there, you can see how that actually the low of the day came in at our decision point support, but this VSA bar here that I'm hovering over actually then gave us a good VSA trade setup, which actually nailed the low of the day as well. So not only was that a place to take profits from your TS3 short, but it was also an area where you're anticipating a low to come in. As we know with our VSA setup, it means that professional traders are looking to get into the market and buy. When they do that, they tend to move the market strongly in the opposite direction, and that's exactly what happened with the YM rallying for the rest of the day, and actually this VSA setup here actually also calling the very low of the day on the YM for you.